Hi, welcome to the Theme Park Trader Podcast with your hosts, Ryan and Dan.
Hello.
This week we're talking to Chloe Nixon about working in Walt Disney World. So she's going to be going to Disney World in June, and she's going to talk through the whole interview process, how she came about going for the interview in the first place, the types of questions that were asked, how she then got accepted, and then what her plans are as well for spending 2 months in Disney World, essentially living and working for the mouse. And she's going to talk about her trip to Disneyland Paris last year, as well as some of her trips to Disney World in the past. So it's a really interesting episode. Anyone that's thinking about working in Walt Disney World, definitely give this one a listen to, because it's really interesting. It's certainly educated Dan and myself. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
So on today's episode, we've got Chloe joining us, who's here to talk about working in Walt Disney World, at least going to work in Walt Disney World. And it's good to have you on the show, Chloe.
Great, thank you for having me on the show.
No worries. And I think this was a weird one, because we kind of just chatted on Twitter very briefly, and
Yeah.
I messaged you saying, do you want to come on the podcast? And you were like, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I love listening to Disney podcasts all the time, so I would love to be in a Disney podcast. It's great.
Well, welcome to a Disney podcast.
Thanks.
So, yeah, because you made the decision to go, you're working in Walt Disney World, is it June?
Yeah, I go out mid-June and come back late August, so just over 2 months.
So you're working over there for 2 months. How did you make the decision to do that? Because I know that your last trip to Florida, or Disney World, was in 2010, so
Yeah,
8 years ago.
I was 12 at the time when I last went to Disney, and that was my 12th time going, and I've always wanted to work in Disney. So we were in the England Pavilion in Epcot, and we were just talking to someone else, because I'm originally from the Isle of Wight,
Okay.
and there was someone working there who was from the Isle of Wight, and me and my mum were talking to her about how she got into working at Disney, because it's always been my dream job just to be a cast member. I don't care what I was doing, just to be able to work in Disney. To be honest, I can't remember what she told me, because I was 12. But when I must have been about 16, my friend, who was 2 years above me in high school, she was going to do the year-long programme and work in Epcot in England, in the Pavilion. And it was through a company called Yummy Jobs. So I was looking on their website, and they do a 2-month programme during the summer for people that are at university. So they carry on doing their degree, but get the chance to go and work at Disney at the same time.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So what role is it that do you know what role you're doing yet?
Yeah, so when you apply, there's multiple roles that you can do. You can either say if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. I mean, obviously, the more you say you will do, the more likely you are to get a job role. So I ticked all the job roles. I would do them. So there's quick service food and beverage. That's working behind one of the quick service in either the parks or the hotels. Sit down table service, and that is just seating people. So it's not actually dealing with any food at all. It's just giving people menus. Lifeguarding, merchandise. I'm doing custodial. So the people in the nice white uniforms walking around with a dustpan and brush. That's my job. Attractions, so you can be working on a ride or doing car parking. You can be a character performer, so you can be like friends of Mickey and Minnie, but I am too tall and too short to play any of their characters, which is gutting, because I do musical theatre at uni, so it would be a great role for me to do, but I'm just the wrong height.
That's so annoying. I'll tell you
But
what, my dream job would be to play Stitch.
Oh, it'd be great. I think Chip and Dale have always, they're great interactions, those two.
Oh, definitely.
I'd love to be them. But
so good, yeah. I mean, I was in Disneyland Paris last week, and Stitch was out, and it was snowing. It was like,
I saw photos.
Yeah, it was snowing quite a lot, and he was just like grabbing snowballs, throwing them at people, like pretending to be stuck to poles. It was amazing, and like I would love to do that job.
Yeah, no, it would be incredible, but I'm just unfortunately the wrong height. So they do ask you what your top 3 choices are. So I did have merchandise, custodial, and character performer as my top 3, and I was very lucky to get custodial. Although some people think, because custodial, it is basically cleaning up around Disney, like cleaning the restrooms and like the bins and everything. But I could be placed on Main Street, so I could be doing, like, my job is going to be being on Main Street all day, making sure everyone's happy, everyone's like having a great time, and I think that's just great. I get paid to be on Main Street all day. Very excited. So yeah.
Awesome.
Did you have a particular character that you would have wanted to have played?
That's a great question.
I don't really think so. And obviously Minnie Mouse. I mean, I don't think I can be Mickey Mouse. I'd love to be Mickey Mouse because Mickey Mouse is my favourite character. But Minnie Mouse, obviously, because I'm a girl. But yeah, I think. Well, I would love to be someone really tall, like Jafar. Or Woody, because that'd be just really cool, being very, very tall. Or Sully. Or Baymax, actually. Baymax, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Baymax is, I just imagine being really comfy.
That suit looks like it's impossible to walk in, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched videos of meeting Baymax, and he's just waddling along.
He's just waddling, like...
Yeah, but it's like, I can't imagine who plays Mike Wazowski. Because it's very, very short. Very short. So yeah, I'm gonna go Baymax would be my character I'd want to be.
Nice, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. Wouldn't surprise me if they would let you be Mickey rather.
Yeah, no, I don't think they do it as in you have to be a boy to be Mickey and a girl to be Minnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, whenever I spoke to people who had applied for it before and done the programme, who are doing it again, and they were character performers, they said that they were mostly Minnie. You have like one character you mainly are. But I mean, to be honest, being a fur character in the middle of July, I'm quite happy not to do it.
I think I would probably die.
Yeah, I can imagine it is going to be very, very hot. So,
can you imagine taking that, like, you go down into afterwards, you take that head off, and you're literally going to be steaming.
Yeah. So even because I've done the Disneyland Paris audition to work in Paris.
Yeah.
And when they talk about the fur characters, like even in Paris, it is boiling in those suits. And I'm like, oh, no. So I'm happy not to be a character performer.
I imagine last week when it was like -8 in Paris, they were loving
it would be nice. Yeah. But I also said, I remember in my interview, I was saying that although I'd love to be a character performer, I feel like it would take some of the magic away.
Yeah.
If I was, because even when I went to Paris last year, I was queuing up to meet princesses and I was getting nervous. I'm like, why am I getting nervous to meet a princess? And meeting Mickey, I was so excited. And it's like, why? But yeah, I feel like it'd take away a little bit of that magic.
Yeah, I would get nervous in meeting the princesses, but I always get nervous around like real people because at the back of my mind, I'm like, I know you're a real person. So like, it's just. With the fur characters, you can kind of be like, oh, it's Mickey Mouse, this is awesome, or it's Stitch, and with like a real person, like Aladdin, or Tarzan's the most awkward one.
Oh, I've never met Tarzan. I would love to meet. I always watch videos. I'm like, that looks so awkward, but so amusing.
It is really awkward because he's pretty much naked. Yeah. And it's just like you don't want to like hug someone that's been out in 35-degree heat.
Ooh, that's sticky. No,
this is true. Very true.
Oh, no.
When I went to Paris, though, because I met 4 princesses, which I'm sure my boyfriend enjoyed very much because I was dragging him to meet princesses and queuing up like 2 hours. But the first princess we met was Ariel at the pavilion, and I queued from like extra magic hours because I was so excited. And then when I spoke to her, she didn't sound like a princess.
Oh, really?
And she was very chilled, and I'm like, is it because she knows that I'm 19 and she thinks that she doesn't have to try? I was very disappointed because I was like, even though I am, like, it's just the way she spoke to me. I was like, you're not Ariel.
Yeah.
And then, because
You
we
should have
met.
taken a who's it or what's it and like stuck it in her leg or something.
Yeah, but then we met, who else we met? Belle, we met Snow White and Aurora.
Yeah.
And Aurora, we met her the last day, and my camera died as soon as we walked into the room, and I was so upset because it was the best interaction ever, because she was so nice and so lovely and very princessy, and it just made Ariel seem worse, because Ariel's my favourite Disney character. So to meet her and her just to be like, "Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh, having a good day?" I was like, "Yeah, I am," until now. So
Yeah, enough of the sass, Ariel. Just
yeah, I was just really like, yeah, okay, I might be 19, but doesn't mean I don't want to meet a princess. I queued 70 minutes for you. Oh, don't.
yeah. So It's, sometimes that can happen. Like, one of my favourite interactions was in Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, and it was with Stitch, who you might have guessed is my favourite character.
Yeah.
And I didn't queue up to meet him or anything. My girlfriend, well, fiance now, girlfriend at the time, literally went off to go to the loo, and Stitch walked past me, gave me a high five. Then I saw him, like, he just sat down next to me, then got up, walked off as I saw two cast members chasing after him. He clearly wasn't supposed to be doing what he was doing. Then he got to a gate that goes off to, like, behind the scenes, and literally kicked it open. And just kind of, they were literally like, you could tell they were so annoyed at him.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's Stitch's character, so he's just staying in character.
That's why I'd love to just be Stitch, because I could just do whatever I want.
You just get away with it. It's like Donald as well. You see Donald do so many things, and you're like, how do they get away with that?
Yeah, and Goofy as well, to a certain extent.
Yeah. But yeah, so they just drag people away, and they start wandering around the park with them. Like, okay, and the cast member's like, are you coming back, or...
Yeah, there's people literally waiting here for like 2 hours, and you just walked off and spent 10 minutes with one person.
Yeah. Oh.
So how was the interview process like? What was what did you have to do?
Well, there were 3 stages. So although I've always wanted to work in Disney, I've never made it a real effort to apply. And I was in Spain with my friend, and it was 2 a.m. in Spain. We were just in our room, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to apply, because there's a week left that the applications are open. So what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no.
Yeah.
So the online application is very basic and simple, just name, date of birth, where you're from. 2 questions. One of them is, why do you value cultural interaction? And I wrote about a paragraph, a very short answer, and I was like, you know what, we'll see what happens. I got home, attached my CV, covering letter, and my profile picture, and I sent it off, and I was like, well, it's done. And then a week later, I got an email back from Yummy Jobs, because although it's working for Disney haven't got time to do the whole recruiting process. So there's a company called Yummy Jobs that they choose who they think is good enough for Disney, and then they send them onwards to Disney.
Okay.
So it's part of just with Yummy Jobs. I then got an email back 2 weeks later saying, thank you, we loved your application. Can you come to one of our pre-screen interviews? And I was like, yeah, sure. Which is up in Essex, Epping, which isn't too bad to get to. I think it's like the last stop on the Central line on the tube.
Yeah, Essex is too tricky. Yeah.
So I left super early in the morning, so any problems, I would get there on time. And luckily on the tube on the way up, there were some people sat opposite me who were talking about Disney. So I asked them, like, are you going up to the Yummy Jobs interview? They went, yeah, we are. They actually just came back from doing the programme. So they got back 2 weeks earlier, and they were going to apply for it again.
Oh, awesome.
I was like, thank goodness. Like, what do they ask? Like, what happens at this interview? I'm so nervous. I was so worried. So I went and got a cup of tea at Costa, and then waited outside. And there was like about
good choice of coffee shop.
Thank you.
I'm
a big Costa fan. Oh, I live but literally behind a Costa, and it's very dangerous. I buy Costa all the time.
I work like 30 seconds away from one, and I go and get one every day. So
it's great.
It's nice to talk to someone that likes Costa.
Yeah, I'm a big Costa fan, especially with Disney and Starbucks.
Why is it? Yeah, I should say other coffee shops are available. They're just not as good.
No, I'm a big Costa fan. But no, we went and got Costa, and then outside about 50 people waiting outside. And so I just joined. I went to a group and can I just come stand with you guys? And that's where I met my friend Alana, who actually got into the program as well. And we're like best friends now. I met her twice since like the interview, and we're now like best friends. It's crazy. So you meet some lovely people, even like just through the interview stages.
Yeah.
They then come down from their office, which is a very hard office to find, but I mean, oh well. They come down, they give everyone a sticker with a time and a team name. So I was Team Jafar. And then you go up the stairs and there's Disney music playing, and they've got this wall, and it's just a wall with a picture of the castle on it and a quote by Walt Disney, and it's just the most magical wall ever. And I really want this wall in my bedroom because it's a brilliant wall with a castle on it.
Oh, that's
It was so magical. And then I was the first one up the stairs because I was so eager. I then sat down at the front in the middle because I was like, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to work for Disney. And there's some paperwork about the job roles that are available, how much the program's going to cost, when it's going to be, and just a little more information so everyone is up to date. So the fees, I mean, if you really wanted to, it does work out that you do earn everything you spend to get out there back when you're working. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going out there to earn my money back for doing the program. I'm not there like, oh, I hope I earn all the money back, because I'm like, I don't care. I'm buying so much merchandise. Yeah. Disney are going to pay me, and then my money will go back to them in merchandise.
Definitely experience and buying merchandise.
Yeah, exactly. So you then watch the presentation, and then my interview group was an hour later, so I had to leave and then come back. So I went back to Costa.
Nice.
And then went back upstairs, and the group interview in a group of 10, and it is very basic sort of questions, but they're just trying to get a vibe of the type of person you are. So first thing they do is throw out a football with questions on it, and whatever question so cheesy, but my answer was so bad, so they threw this football at me and I caught it, and underneath my right thumb was it was not really a question, it was more of a statement. It was like, fantastic fruits, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? Just name a fantastic fruit. I'm like, pears are fantastic. I'm like, why? Why did I do this?
What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know, and it's not even a question. I was like, this isn't a question. I was so stressed. Oh no, I ruined it. I'm not going to Disney now. And then they just ask you, so how would you handle the heat in Orlando? How would you do this? And then you go in pairs and they give you a scenario. So I'm lucky enough that scenario I got, everyone that I watched videos on YouTube doing the application had the same question that I had. I was like, thank goodness, I know what to say. I know what the answer is. So you're a lifeguard working at one of like Typhoon Lagoon. Yeah. And a guest comes up to you with a really important question, and you need to show them where something is in the park. What do you do? And I was like, well, I'd radio over for another cast member to come over, as I am busy saving them lives. And I clicked and pointed my fingers in a really cool but uncool way. And I'm like, why? Why did I do that? And I just sat there for the rest of the interview, just like, I'm not going to Disney. I don't know why I did any of this. Wow.
That's a good trick question, though.
Yeah.
I'd go off and with this person and let people drown.
Yeah, no, I was just like, if I knew exactly what to say, because people were answering and they were using not the correct Disney language. So they were saying, I'd get another staff member. I'm like, no, it's cast member, actually.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Get out.
Oh, and it's like, I tell the visitor, I'm like, you tell the guest. Yeah. And I was like, I just watched them, like, you're definitely not going, poor person. But so that was it. And then you just leave, and they're okay, we'll contact you soon. And then everyone leaves, and we're all like, well, I don't know what's going to happen now. And it was about a week later, I got the email saying, you've got a final interview at Disney headquarters in London with a Disney cast member. And I was like, oh my goodness, like how, what, why, when? Crazy. So I had about a month to prepare for this interview. And there are interview times all week, every day, all week, starting at 9 a.m, finishing at 5 p.m. So these poor cast members have come over from Orlando to spend every day in an office. And I was in the Friday slot at 5 p.m, so I was in the last group. So I went up to Disney headquarters, which is in Hammersmith, and it's got a massive sparkly Mickey in the corridor, and it's all very fancy. And I was like in my business gear, I'm like, very ready to meet a Disney cast member. Very stressed though, very on edge, excited. Kept saying everything that was coming out my mouth because I just couldn't stop myself. I had no filter. But oh well.
That sounds very similar to when I did. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say this, but screw it, I don't care. I used to do some work for Pottermore, and I went to their offices, and they had like the most amazing like hand painted like pictures of like Dobby, and there was things like everywhere, like, And I was just like, oh my god! But then they had to do a serious meeting about their website and everything, and I was just like, I just want to talk about Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, they had a bust of Walt Disney, and I'm like, oh, it's just so many Star Wars things. Now, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I've actually only recently watched Star Wars. I watched it when I was younger.
Let that one slide.
Yeah, I mean, at least I am watching them. Because I did watch them when I was younger with my dad, so I know the basics of each story, but I can never really remember what happened. My housemate Poppy, is a massive Star Wars fan, so she's making me rewatch them all. I haven't seen The Last Jedi yet, because although I've seen The Force Awakens, and I haven't seen episodes 1, 2, 3, which it doesn't matter, you don't need to watch them for The Last Jedi, and I'm like, yeah, but I'd rather watch them all and then watch a new one. But she's getting very angry that I haven't yet watched The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I stand on that. I think I kind of agree with you. Yeah,
I mean, I know what happens in The Last Jedi because someone told me, and I was very upset. I was like, why? I haven't seen it. Slap them? I didn't, because it was my younger brother, so I can't.
That's even more reason to slap them.
I mean, he was visiting me, and I had this whole weekend planned, so it was a great weekend for him. We went to Flip Out and everything, and then he said, I was like, I can't ruin this trip for you, but one day I'll get him back for it. Oh, I was so angry. I was very angry.
I've only been in 2 fights in my entire life. One was over some kind of game of tag, or I don't know what it was about, and the other was because somebody told me, as the Half-Blood Prince came out, as I was reading it, that Dumbledore died. So I reacted by punching him in the face.
Yeah, no.
Beating him with the book.
I went to Japan in 2015, and that's when, because I was a big Pretty Little Liars fan back in the day, and it was the episode where you find out who A is, like the main bad. I don't even watch Pretty Little Liars or know about it.
I know about it. My sister watched it, yeah.
It was when it was being announced who A was, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm ready. But it came out a few days before I flew back from Japan, and where I was, they didn't have Netflix. I went, right, it's fine. I'll stay off social media. I won't look. It's cool. I get back, I land, I get to my house. I send a Snapchat to all my friends saying, I'm home. And my friend replies saying, oh my god, hi, I can't believe that Cece's A. I'm like, are you joking? And she told me, I was so mad. Like, I have gone 3 days without social media just for you to tell. Oh, I was so angry.
That is the worst.
But no, Star Wars, I wasn't very happy about that. But no, yeah, so there was lots of Star Wars and Disney things at Disney HQ, as you can imagine. And then these 2 cast members come out. There was a lady, I can't remember what her name was, but because she didn't interview me, but I had the male cast member called Ronnie. He was just so Disney and so American. It was wonderful. His accent was amazing. And his job role was he is head of attractions for the Epcot pavilions. Oh, wow. So he's in charge of like the Frozen ride and the ride in Mexico, and I'm like, that is an incredible job. I'm like, I can't believe you're going to be interviewing me. I was so stressed now. I was like, you're very important in Disney. Okay, sure.
If he'd interviewed me, I'd be like, okay, so we've got Frozen, we've got the Mexican ride. What else is coming? Because come on, no, tell me. Like I've got this site. I'm interviewing you now. Let's switch it.
No, I was like, but it's still like, just to be in Epcot every day. I was just like, I was a bit starstruck. I was like, that's such a cool job. He has cast member badge on and everything. And I was like, I want one of those badges. But I was one of the first people to be called in. And I rehearsed what I was going to say when he met me. I was so ready to say, how do you do? Like Splash Mountain, like, how do you do? I was so ready. Like, he's going to do that and be like, oh my God, Disney. And I got a room spray from Maple and Whiskey. It's the Disney Bakery spray. Nice. And I sprayed myself with it before I went up. And it was like, who smells like the Main Street Bakery? I'm like, it's me. Just sending those Disney vibes. Like, I should work in Disney. But I was very nervous. So I prepared myself so much for this interview. And I went in and everything went from my mind. And I like to think I'm normally quite a confident person. And I know what I'm going to say. But for some reason, everything just disappeared. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I was stuttering so much. But the questions were very basic and simple. And Ronnie seemed very tired and irritable. I think that's only because he'd been there for 5 days straight.
Yeah.
So I didn't let it affect me too much. But most interviews last for about 10 minutes, and mine was 25 minutes long. And I'm like, is that my fault for
Is that because
carrying
you were
going
quizzing
on?
him on the lack of attractions in World
Yeah.
Showcase?
That's what it is. But the questions, I mean, first of all, they do the whole, have you got like a criminal record that will stop you working at Disney? Are you okay to do drug tests? All the very serious questions.
Wow,
And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm a good person. Like,
Yes,
I'm
I've
very
killed
good.
5 people when I'm addicted to cocaine.
But I'm there like, I'm there thinking like, have I done something in my life? What have I done? Like thinking, like recalling my whole life. Like, has anything I've ever done bad? And like, what? I was so stressed. And then the main question they asked me that I didn't know how to answer was, why do you want to do the program? Like, what is the main motivation? And what I said, because I had no other way to say it, was I love meeting new people and making new friends and just making people happy. Like, there's no way for me to say it apart from I love making people happy, and there's no better place to do it in Disney. And I was like, that's such a cheesy answer. Like, he's gonna think I'm lying and making that up just to get in. But
It worked.
no, yeah. So I mean, the interview, it was like 25 minutes long. It was stressful. But they do try and make it really chilled out. But I think it depends how invested you are into doing the program. Because I was so like I need to do this in my life. I think the main thing with the process, like the interviews and everything, is not just to talk about Disney. Because although it is, oh my god, I'm going to work in Disney, it's more about I'm working with people from all over the world and interacting with all these different people. And I'm working in Disney.
Yeah.
So if you go on your interview, like, why do you value cultural interaction? Oh, no, I don't. I just really want to work in Disney. Like, that's not going to get you in.
Yeah, definitely.
But we were told that we wouldn't hear back for about a month. So my interview was beginning of November? Yeah, beginning of November. And they went, you won't find out until mid-December, January, if you've got in or not. I was like, that's such a long time.
A long time, yeah.
I was like, but it's because of Thanksgiving and everything in America. And I was like, fair enough, I understand, that's not a problem. I'll just try and forget about the whole thing, so I'm not sat there every day just waiting. So I did forget about it. And then I actually work for a company that do Disney parties. I mean, don't tell Disney because, copyright and all that. But I do princess work, so I dress up as a princess and do parties. And my boss messaged me like, oh, have you got the new Disney music for the next party? And I was like, oh, I'll have a look. Went to my email and I had an email from Disney saying, hi, yeah, congratulations, you've got the job.
Amazing.
And this was on my birthday at the end of November.
Oh,
so I was like, it's my birthday, end of November, just so early, and it's my birthday. I was very happy.
That's the best present.
Oh yeah, but I saw it and I was like, someone's having me on right now. It's too early. This is a joke. Someone's having a laugh. So on my whole house and all my housemates went, is this real? Can you please confirm that this is a real email from Disney? And no one's like trying to play me. But no, that is real. So I called my whole family and everyone was crying. I was crying. My friend Alana, who I met at the interview, was coming down that day for my birthday. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in. I'm going to Disney. But it still hasn't really hit me that I'm going to be living in Disney for 2 months. It's still not really sinking in.
That's amazing, though. I think it's really good to know like the full process as well, because
Yeah.
we've spoken to Danielle on the show before, and she was talking about her time in the UK pavilion, and but we didn't really go to touch on the process too much, and I think it's really interesting to kind of go through it and talk about the types of questions and things like that. So obviously the best news ever.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. I remember when I went to apply for it, all I knew is that it was through this company because, as I said, my friend did the UK Pavilion year-long program, and I was like, oh, there's a 2-month one. I mean, you have to be in at least your second year of uni to do it. So you can only do it when you're at uni. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's perfect. I finished uni beginning of May, so I'm free to do the program. And then I just went for it and just watched loads of videos about it on YouTube. I'm like, people have made loads of videos about how they, like, what questions they had and the process that they went through themselves, which was so helpful because I don't know what I would have done. I would have been so in the dark about everything that happened. But also the Yummy Jobs team are so helpful. Oh. So they're just amazing because we had to send off everything for our DBS recently. And I filled out something wrong on my form, and I was like, oh my god, I've done this wrong, I can't send it off. So I emailed them a picture. No, it's fine. I was like, okay, well, I haven't got all this information, do you need this, do you need that? And they're like, no, it's fine, just send this and this is all you need. And they send you everything you need to do when you need to do it. So they'll email me saying, oh, here's how you apply for a visa. This is how you do it. This is when you need to do it by. This is how much it's going to cost. They just guide you through it so easily. It's lovely to have, just to know that they're there to help you, and so you're not on your own, like, how do I get a visa? How do I do all of this stuff? Because I have no idea. I'm very stressed if I get my visa. I mean, I'm really worried they're not going to give it to me, but I don't know why they wouldn't.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah, part of me is like, they're not going to give it to you. I'm like, but why? What have I done?
Nah, you'll be absolutely fine with that.
Yeah.
Especially working with someone like Disney, who obviously do this a lot. Like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I booked my flight, so I have got my return flight. So I am coming home. I'm not just going to stay out there forever. And I'm coming back.
Like,
as much as I would love to. I mean, part of me, I really want to audition when I'm out there to be a princess for a year. But because I'm out there, and that's when they do the international auditions.
Okay.
It's in July. I'm like, well, I might as well go to the audition, because what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no.
Yeah.
But
so with all that in mind, it's been such a long time since you've been. What are you most looking forward to?
I mean, magic bands and fast passes. I'm very excited because I love planning things, and obviously with the paper fast passes like they have in Paris and they used to have in Orlando, you can't really plan your day perfectly because you don't know when your fast pass is going to be, and you don't have to run to a ride. Cause I remember when Toy Story Mania opened, I can't remember what year it was, but we were there and having to run to that ride and getting there half an hour to the park opened and all the fast passes had gone.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh. And we were also there when Stitch's Great Escape opened. I mean, it's closed now, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's still a bit up in the air as to whether that's closed for good or whether it's coming back. I mean,
yeah, well, we were there for the opening. Yeah, I mean, we were there for the opening day when they threw like toilet paper all over the castle and Stitch had graffitied everything. But yeah, magic bands. I'm just very excited about that. But although I'm not quite sure how I link mine up, because where I'm going to be a cast member, I get a free pass into Disney. So I'm not quite sure if I can link it to a magic band. I think I can.
I'm sure you can.
It's very confusing. I'm just very excited to get a magic band and wear it all the time. Like when I come back, I'm never taking it off. This is my magic band. So I'm very excited for that, and obviously Happily Ever After.
Yes.
Because obviously Wishes was on 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember when they announced it was changing and I was devastated. I was like, no, how dare they get rid of Wishes? It's an incredible show. And I didn't know I'd be going so soon back to Orlando. So I was like, I'm going to have to watch it when they do the live broadcast of it.
Yeah.
So I was there at like 3 a.m. in the morning, like watching Happily Ever After on my laptop. I was like, actually, no, it's okay. This is incredible. I'm absolutely chill with Wishes leaving. Like, this is okay.
Yeah, Happily Ever After is a good show. We did criticise the music to start with, I have to say. Like the core song is a bit, but actually they don't really have that very much in the show itself. So it's pretty good. Yeah,
I like how they included. Sorry, I like how they included a lot of Disney, like Hunchback of Notre Dame and films that underrated Disney films.
Yes, not just Frozen.
Very good. Not just Frozen. And the Frozen section they did, I thought was very nice. Yeah, no, I did enjoy it. Yeah. I do tear up.
Not like Illuminations in Paris, where there's 3 songs from it. Oh,
don't. I mean, I did enjoy Illuminations when I went to Paris. But there's a lot of it was in French. Yeah. And I was like, I would rather, like, I don't really know what's going on right now.
It's an okay show. I think the problem is, we discussed it. I think it was last week. They just have too many songs from the same movie, so they've only got 4 films in the whole show because of it. Yeah, and that's the issue. No, you'll love magic bands. It makes things so much easier. Like I'm at a point now that when I go, I have a magic band on both arms. So that
he's a pro.
I've literally got my
so ready.
Magic band and another magic band, so that I'm ready to scan my fast pass no matter what side it is.
Yeah.
I'm like boom, let's go.
I'm ready. That's so funny. Yeah, no, but it's just annoying because I can't book fast passes before I go because I haven't got my ticket to get into Disney.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. I mean, obviously I can't really book anything because I don't know when I'm working. I don't know times or anything. So I've booked a few things for because I'm landing on the 16th and I don't actually move into my accommodation until the 18th.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll get there about 2 days early just in case there's a problem with the flights or something goes wrong. I've got time to sort everything out. So I'm flying out from Gatwick on the 16th. We land about 4:30, 5 into Orlando, getting on the Magical Express, which I love the Magical Express.
Yeah,
my friend was like, oh, is it a long enough drive to watch a Disney film? I'm like, do you not want to look outside the window as we're driving through Disney? Oh yeah, fair enough. Good point.
I think Darren, this year is going to be your first ride on Magical Express, right?
It is.
It's just even the onboard video of how to check in. I'm like, so Disney.
It's got a new guy on it now.
Has it?
Yeah, it's the one of the police officers from Hollywood Studios. Is pretending to be a bus driver in it.
Oh, I just love watching the videos and going through the big entrance and who's on your side. Is it Mickey or is it Minnie?
Yeah.
I miss all of that. But so yeah, we're getting the Magic Express too. We're staying at All Star Music for one night, which is very exciting. I've never stayed at one of the value Disney hotels because I'm a DVC member, or my family are. So I've only stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, Broadwalk, Wilderness Lodge. I think that's it. Yeah, I've stayed at those three. I've never stayed at a value Disney hotel, which sounds really upper class. But we stayed in a villa.
They're still good hotels. Like the
Yeah.
Lodge, Animal Kingdom Lodge is like my second favourite hotel at Disney World. But like All Star Music it's still a good hotel. It feels very Disney. Whereas I think
the photos.
Some of the top ones don't feel as Disney, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like a Boardwalk, it doesn't feel very Disney because it's not heavily Disney themed.
No, I mean the bonus of that is you can walk to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, which is amazing. Yeah,
it's wonderful. I remember once I went over to Epcot wearing like leggings and I just ran back to the hotel to put some shorts on. Yeah, I was like, this is so easy to get back. Yeah. But we're doing All Star Music, and then Alana doesn't know yet, so if she's going to listen to this, I'm going to tell her to skip this part. But I've actually booked us a night in Boardwalk for the next day with my DVC points, because I mentioned my dad. I was like, can I borrow some points, please, for when I go? That you can have 18 points. Like, wonderful, thank you. So Boardwalk it was. We've got a Boardwalk view, so it's very exciting. But we're going to Ohana's for breakfast in the morning to have our first meet and greet with Lilo and Stitch, which I'm very excited about because I love Ohana. It's just such a nice character breakfast where you're not bombarded with characters, so you can still eat your food.
And you get to meet the best character.
Exactly, you get to meet Stitch. And you get to go on the monorail as well, so you get to do a bit of everything. And then we're going down to Disney Springs. I mean, I still keep calling it Downtown Disney because I'm like, that's not what it is. It's Disney Springs now. But to go to the Coke shop and do the Coke thing where they've got all the different drinks from all over the world. Yeah. Going to go do that. And then
have fun with Beverly.
I've watched so many videos of them going, it's horrible, I'm like, but is it as horrible as everyone says it is?
I think people do overreact when you see it on YouTube, people are drinking it and going, ah! It's gross, but it's not like I'm going to throw up gross.
That's why my expectations are very I'm imagining it to be absolutely terrible. So I think when I have it, it's not going to be as bad as I think it is.
No, it's not.
So I'm not too worried.
Have you tried it?
What, the Coke experience thing?
Yeah, have you tried Beverly?
No.
Right, well, that's another thing we're doing this year.
Yeah, no, because they got in Epcot, you can try all the different drinks as well.
Yeah.
But we never went to it because my parents were like, oh no, it's just a waste of time. We'll just do other things. And I'm like, I know. I mean, to be fair, they did have 3 kids and 2 of them were in buggies. Okay. So they probably we're not standing around trying fizzy drinks.
Yeah.
We've got fast passes to do. My dad was crazy when we used to go to Disney. I went on Tower of Terror when I was 3 years old. I mean, that's how crazy my dad is. He's like, no, I need someone to go on a ride with. Chloe, come on. We're going on Tower of Terror. I was terrified. I was 3 years old. He put socks on my shoes to make me tall enough.
That's incredible.
So, and my dad would run to get a fast pass, holding my sister in the buggy, holding a milk bottle in her mouth and running. And then she'd be sick everywhere. Oh my God, why is she being sick? I'm like, well, maybe because you're running to get a fast pass while trying to do everything.
I think what you're doing is describing what I'm going to be doing with my future kids.
Don't.
It just reminds me of that Simpsons episode where Bart puts those lollipops on his shoes to get taller to ride the coaster.
But it's like the Indiana Jones show. When they get people up to be part of it, because I was never old enough to do it. But my dad would jump up screaming to be chosen. He'd get chosen, then leave my mum there with 3 kids going, film with a video camera.
With 3 kids. Like,
my mum's there like, why are you doing this to me? So so we never did the Coke experience. I'm very excited to do that. We're then going to go to Beaches and Cream and get the kitchen sink.
Beaches and Cream.
We did the
first
kitchen
time last year.
Yeah, I mean the kitchen sink. I'm very excited. We did it before. We didn't finish it, but there's 5 of us staying in the Boardwalk, so we're all going to go together as a group and try and do it. And then I think we're going to get pizza and watch illuminations from our balcony because we obviously can't get into the parks yet. Because you do a training day. On the training day at Disney Traditions, where every cast member has to go to learn the basics of being a cast member, your part of the training is just you get a tour of Magic Kingdom. Nice. And so I'm going to get paid to have a tour of Magic Kingdom, and I'm like, that is the dream, really.
That's awesome. I got escorted out of Epcot. That sounds worse than it is. It sounds worse than it is. I got escorted out of Epcot by a cast member because I wasn't allowed to carry my alcohol around the park with me. So I hadn't done anything wrong. It's not like I've been climbing the Mexican Pavilion or anything like that.
No, yeah.
But that was cool because she was like telling me stuff about the park as we were leaving. I was leaving anyway, so it wasn't like a big issue.
Oh no. Yeah, see, I can't drink when I'm out there because I'll still be 20.
Oh no.
But I'm not heartbroken. I was like, oh my god, but 2 months without drinking. I'm like, 2 months without drinking, 2 months living in Disney.
Yeah, well, this is true.
It's fine. I'm not too bothered. It's also quite good because we're in accommodation with Disney. I can't share accommodation with anyone like 21 or over, which means that people who are 21 or over, they can drink when they're out there, and they don't have to worry about younger people. Because if there's alcohol in my room at all, I get sent home, like back to the UK.
Really? Wow.
So yeah, they're very, very strict. Very strict. So I'm like, that's fine. I'm happy not to drink. So my flight is at 1 p.m. from Gatwick, so I will be having Wetherspoon's breakfast with a cocktail, like my last drink before I go.
Just get like 8 cocktails in you. Have some drinks on the flight.
Oh, don't. My mum. I've always been told don't drink on a flight because where you're like in the air, you get drunk very quickly.
I always. I've just been told.
Oh, yeah. See, I've never been on a plane and been able to drink. So
yeah, you see.
This is why you're going a little bit earlier, because in case you make a scene, you get thrown off.
Just in case. Yeah.
If you ask for like a wine, they give you like a little tiny bottle. It's fine. So you just have to have like 6 of them, and you're fine. You're well under. Dan, you're going to love this trip with me.
I'm just going to have noise cancelling headphones in. It's fine.
That way, it won't cancel the scene that I'll be making on the plane.
Yeah, so no, although I can't drink, it's not the end of the world. I mean, they've got rid of the whole nightclub section of Disney Springs, downtown Disney.
Yeah, well, they've just opened up I think it's called the Edison, which I think they're trying to get a little bit of that back. But yeah, there's no like real club scene anymore. Obviously, you've got a couple of places on the boardwalk that open pretty late. Yeah.
Because I remember my mum and dad used to go out one night because we had to go and be babysitted at Disney by Disney babysitting people. And they would go out to like Pleasure Island, to the downtown Disney thing. Yep. And I always wanted to go, and then they're like, oh no, it's shut now. I'm like, well, can't do that. But it wasn't really cool. They had a murder mystery house thing. But I always wanted to go in, but I was never allowed. But
yeah, well. Although Disney Springs is amazing. Like, there's some great restaurants there as well. Homecoming, Boathouse, 2 of my favourites there. Jot Lindsay's is cool. Like, even if you can't drink, there's plenty of good non-alcoholic drinks in there. Obviously, it's Indiana Jones, so it's always cool. Yeah, there's loads of awesome stuff at Disney Springs now.
Yeah, I mean, just the shopping as well looks great.
Yeah.
I'm very excited because although when I get there, I can't really buy anything for the first few days because I get 20% discount when I become a cast member. So it's pointless me buying things as soon as I get there because I can't use a discount.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm very much an impulse buyer, so I want to buy it then and there. But I don't want to wait. But I will be choosing everything I want. But I've got to remember I'm there for 2 months, so I can't just buy everything I want because I will have no money
you'll
live.
Just have to throw away like all of your on the second to last day. Just throw away all of your clothes. So you can put the merchandise in and bring it back.
I mean, I've got a massive suitcase I got for Christmas to bring everything back in. And I'm also going to pay extra to bring an extra suitcase back, probably. Because I'm not going to take an empty one out there with me.
No.
Just buy one from go to Walmart or somewhere and get a suitcase just to bring everything back in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I might as well get as much as I can while I've got the discount.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when we're out there, we actually get, if we ask Disney, they give us this form thing which says we are currently living in the States. So we get a resident annual pass for Universal.
Nice.
So
Cool.
we get the Floridian resident rates. So I think it works out, if you go at least 3 times Universal, it pays for itself, which I'm very excited for.
I love Universal.
I haven't been. Jaws was open when I last went.
Ooh.
Harry Potter was being built.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I've got my Slytherin robe in my wardrobe. I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to turn up and be like, I'm there.
I'm looking at my
Ready?
Slytherin robes right now.
I'm just very
Hanging
excited.
up under my shelf.
I will be getting an interactive wand. I mean, they're quite expensive, aren't they? The interactive ones.
Yeah, I think they are. But you got to do it.
It's worth. I mean, to go around because you get to go around the Diagon Alley and wave the wand and it does things. I mean,
Yeah.
that is the dream,
Okay,
really.
If you're having a butterbeer, my recommendation would be to get a frozen butterbeer. Because
Frozen.
they are much better. I mean, the cold ones are good, but the frozen ones are better, in my opinion.
Okay, I will remember that and I'll get a frozen one. But we
Don't
get a free
pumpkin juice because it tastes horrible.
pumpkin juice.
Oh, it's
Okay,
gross.
Coming from the
eat,
person who loves pumpkin.
I love like pumpkin
Oh.
spice lattes. Like my
I was going to
favourite.
say, do you like pumpkin?
Yeah,
Oh, so I like pumpkin, but if you're saying, okay, fairs.
it was
Cool,
horrible.
yeah, I won't have
And
it.
I pretty much eat and drink anything, and Dan will be a testament to that. Like I will.
Yes. I've seen things.
We're
I've
going
seen
during the
things.
Epcot Food and Wine Festival, and I'm going to be there eating everything and drinking it. So, like, there's nothing I won't try. But yeah, I didn't like pumpkin juice.
Okay, I'll stay away from that, but frozen butterbeer.
Frozen
got
butterbeer
it.
is amazing. Have you tried butterbeer, Dan?
I don't think I have.
What the hell are you doing?
I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I think my brother had some, and I don't know if I tried it or not.
Well, there's something else we're doing.
Oh, I mean, the drinks in Pandora as well look incredible.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, I mean, I had the Donna tried the non-alcoholic cocktail, which was good. I had the green beer, which I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there as well. Pandora's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the film Avatar when it first came out. It was such a long film. And I'm not the biggest Avatar fan, but I don't feel like you need to be to enjoy Pandora.
No, I think you'll find it hard to find anyone that's a big Avatar fan, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But, so yeah, look, everything there, all the food and just the layout of that part, I can't even speak, that part of the park looks just incredible. Like, it looks beautiful, Pandora does.
It is really amazing. Yeah, you're going to love it. I think there's so much for you to see that's changed over the last few years.
Yeah. I mean, they've just, like yesterday, they announced that the Toy Story Land's opening on the 30th of
Yep,
June.
that's right, yeah.
So I'm going to be there for the opening, which I'm very excited for. And I'm really hoping that I'm not working on the day it opens, but when I start working, they'll put me in Toy Story Land. So I get to work in, that'd be, because everyone keeps asking me, like, because I think I find out a few weeks before I get there where I'm actually am placed.
Yeah.
Although for me, it's not, I can be anywhere. Like, even if there's a spare shift going in Epcot and I usually work in a hotel, I can still take it because my role is just cleaning. So you don't need to be trained specifically to a certain area.
That's good. Gives you a lot of flexibility.
Nice. Exactly. So if my friend, because my friend George is going and he's custodial as well. If he's working in Magic Kingdom and I'm working in like All Star Sports, which is probably going to be my worst nightmare. But I don't mind. It's just although it's still Disney, that's probably the last place I want to work in Disney.
Yeah.
But I could always say, hey, one shift, can I please swap with you? Can I please work in Magic Kingdom just for one day? And I doubt he'd say no. So I can work anywhere, which is quite lucky. But to work in Toy Story Land would be great. It just looks, I mean, because we've got the Toy Story Land section in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Yeah, I mean, Because when I was at Disneyland Paris last year, I went with my boyfriend, and that was my first time going to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, okay.
And so once you've been to Orlando 12 times and then you go to Paris,
yeah, it's not quite the same, is it?
It's not quite the same. And my boyfriend didn't really understand. I mean, he sort of did, but I sounded like I was really spoiled because I was like, this isn't Disney. This isn't the same.
I think that's the
but
problem, isn't it?
It's not.
Anyone that goes to Disneyland Paris that has been to probably any other Disney resort, it's just, you just sound like an arsehole, don't you? Like when you're walking around going, well, this isn't as good, is it?
Yeah, but it's even like the cast members there.
Yeah,
they're just not. I'm like, can you please smile? I'm like, oh, it just really annoyed me because I was watching Caroline and Sean on YouTube. They're these YouTube couple who go to Disney quite often.
Yeah.
And they just came back from Paris and they were staying at the Sequoia Lodge.
Yeah, that's where I stayed.
And when they were there, they were there, and in their corridor, there were people smoking, so their room stunk of smoke. And they phoned reception and they were like, someone is smoking in our corridor. And they replied, oh, that's a shame. I'm like, Disney would, like, if you went to Orlando, they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. We'll get you moved to like a room. Like, I'm like, what? Paris, no. And it's just, I don't know. It just didn't.
They've got some issues, definitely. I'm hoping now that Disney own it 100%, that's going to change. Especially
with smoking areas as well, because that's what I found when I went to Paris.
Nobody's.
Because I know no one does. In Orlando, people, like, you don't see anyone smoking apart from smoking areas.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But Paris, people are just smoking everywhere, and cast members are walking past. I'm like, are you not going to say something to them? Because it's just, people are very rude. Though. I remember we went with my uni went as well last year to perform, and my friends were queuing to meet, I'm not saying it was Donald, and there was this woman with her child behind them, and they were in the queue, and this woman just pushed her child in front of them. And they were like, sorry. Went, well, I got a child. Like, that's more important. And the cast member was like, just wasn't doing anything. Yeah. And this woman was having a massive go. Yeah, well, I've got a child. That's more important than you meeting them. And I'm like, why? Why does no one?
Yeah, they need to work on it. Hopefully that's happening. We talked a lot about Disneyland Paris last week because we were there. Just last week and it was snowing. It was amazing, but they've still got the same problems. And hopefully, I mean, they're changing things. You've got the Iron Man experience like coming up instead of Rock and Roller Coaster.
It's also like the photo pass though.
Yeah.
Because when we went, I was like, we're not going to get it. There's no point. Like, but why? You can get the photo on the ride. But there's not that many rides you get photos on, and there's going to be no photographers anywhere. It's like you go down Main Street in Magic Kingdom, and there's 7 along the whole Main Street, and I didn't see one single photographer anywhere other than meeting some characters. And sometimes there wasn't even a photographer meeting with characters, and I was like, what?
Yeah. So we had photo pass last week, and I didn't see a single photo pass photographer.
No.
And it was like proper like snow, like
exactly,
deep snow. And you think, actually, this is like the perfect chance for someone to come out and start taking photos. But no, there wasn't anyone.
Yeah, because it would be worth it if they had them out and about. I would have got it, but with just some character meet and greets and some rides, I'm like, there's no point. If I want a photo, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought one photo anyway. I was like, well, that's fine then.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
but no,
awesome. I think you're going to have to come back and talk about the experience.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. I mean, as much as I know about the programme, there's so much of it that's going to happen out there, which I don't know about. Although you go to Disney University when you're there, and after the first month you graduate, and you get to graduate with Mickey and Minnie. So you have Mickey and Minnie there in cap and gowns.
Awesome.
And you get Mickey ears with a little tassel on it, but I'm sure you have parties every week as well. I mean, there's so much I need to do and see that I don't know about yet, though. But
yeah, no, we definitely got to have you back on the show, and also to talk about your experience of going back in general after like 8 years.
Yeah,
would be awesome to hear.
Because last time we were out as well, they were just building the new Fantasyland as well.
Yeah,
that's how long it's been. Snow White, the ride was still open, like the classic one.
Yeah,
that was so long ago. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot to see and do for you. That definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on. And before you go, did you want to just kind of promote any your social profiles? Obviously, I know you do YouTube videos as well. Just tell everyone who's listening where they can find you.
Yeah, of course. So my YouTube channel is mostly Disney videos. My vlogs from Disneyland Paris are up, with a few Disney hauls, along with some other fun videos, like my friends doing my makeup and some challenges. So to find me, it's just Chloe Nixon, spell how it sounds, or Closnix. My Instagram is linked to my Disney, so I'm always posting lots of Disney photos from my last trips and some throwback Disney photos, and that's Closnix as well. And then on Twitter, I am Closnix as well, which is CLOZNIX, which is just my nickname for Chloe Nixon, obviously. But yeah, go ahead, follow me, subscribe to my channel, and drop me a message if you've got any questions about the programme. I'm happy to help anyone that's thinking about applying. If they want any advice on how to do it and what to do, what the questions are like, feel free to ask me anything, and I will be as helpful as I can.
Awesome. Thanks, Chloe. I really appreciate you coming on the show, and we'll definitely talk to you either when you're out there or when you get back.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show.
So thanks again to Chloe for joining us on the show. Please do go and follow her on Twitter, on Instagram, and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Her videos are really interesting. She talks a bit more in detail about some of the things we discussed today, and she's got 3 videos on the way that go into the program in a bit more detail, so keep an eye out for that. As to where you can find us, we're on our website, themeparktrader.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Snapchat. All of our usernames there are Theme Park Trader. I'm on Twitter as well. If you were listening today and you think, you know what, I want to talk to these guys, give me a little message on Twitter. I'm at Ryanogs, that's RYANOGS. Dan is also on Twitter, and you can find him at...
Scrooby Online, so SCROOBY Online.
And if you'd like to leave us a review, please head over to iTunes, hit that 5-star rating. We would love you forever if you do. So, thanks again, and we will see you next week.
Ah, there you are. And just in time. There's a little matter I forgot to mention. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you to fill our quota, and they'll haunt you until you return.